Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Norgon 111, coming at you with a back-to-back recording session. I decided I was enjoying this music so much that I didn't want to change it at all, and so I haven't. So, let's solve this room once again. Those guys trigger the tile and annihilate each other, and the Minotaur dies on the second time on the trap tile. And I move on to number 43. Add statue and rock that we cannot get to because we don't have the wings yet. So, what is it we got going on over here? I'm going to have shadow followers. There is no tan statue. I don't necessarily have to kill all the enemies. However, as my shadow followers get longer and longer, the enemies will become more and more of a overwhelming burden to my success at video games. How am I going to build a path here? I can't make turns in free space, so it's going to have to eventually come all the way across. What is the first tile I'm going to pick up and where? I could pick up, for example, a shadow follower as I go around here and then circle back around here and put it down. Then I'm going to need to pick up this tile somewhere and dump it off in outer space. And then... yeah, let's just play it a little bit and get a sense of how this one is going, because it's not obvious to me. And we'll try to kill some enemies along the way. I can use my rod as much as I want. And so I guess I will do so as appropriate. I found a problem. I'm dead. Okay, so maybe I don't want to be carrying a tile there, or maybe let's do the parity different. Let's take a little tap on the wall before we begin. And I think that will also solve this problem. It did not solve this problem. This problem is still on the same parity. Okay. We'll do that little tap on the wall so that I can kill this leech. And then... perhaps I want to go a different way. No, I can't. I have to go that way. Wait a minute. So where is the... I can't pick up this tile yet. That's what it is. That will change my parity. So now you're coming towards me, and you are dead. Great. Now... this Minotaur is going to be a problem. He would be much less of a problem if I were to place a tile here. I would be able to kill him as he comes toward me, and I'd still be able to go this way around if the leech were already dead. So my next priority should be to kill the leech. And I think the tile I want to take is actually this one. And I do believe that's possible. Because I can do this. I will take that tile. Put it over here. And then if I want to kill the leech... if I go right, he's not there yet. Is it possible that I can just get out of sync with him by doing something like this? And so now if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, he'd be 1, 2, turn around 4. We're still in the same sync, it seems like. So what if I do one of these dealios? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, turn around. Now you're 2 away. So this feels like I'm making progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, you're somewhere different. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not working the way I was hoping. What if I pick up another one of these? And now 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still not right. But if I do one more of those, I think it will be. No, I was wrong again. Rats. Okay. Apparently I need to learn to count. What about from here? 1, 2, 3. No, it's still wrong. Why are you never right? What about here? Here we go. He's dead. I've done it. This tile does eventually need to move. It would be a handy way to kill the Minotaur in one fell swoop. So let's get swooping. Fell swoop! I don't have a viable way forward from here, though. That did not occur to me until just now. So I think I don't actually want to place that there. I think I wanted to place a solid tile, let my sword do the killing, and then I'd be able to walk forward. Oh, but I still wouldn't have killed the lazy eye up here. So I need to get that guy killed first. But overall, this room isn't feeling too bad. So, initial bump. Don't pick up a tile yet. Kill, kill. Should I go after the lazy eye before the leech? Let's actually try that, just in case it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kill. 9, and I'd be facing down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not going to work with that timing. One, 2, kill. 4, and I'd be facing down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd be facing down. I go here. You're still facing down. And the timing is not favorable. If I could have gotten a tempo, that could have worked. And is the timing different now? I believe it is. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I killed. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the lazy eye. Or sorry, kill the leech. Because he's more of a pain in the neck. The lazy eye seems easier to deal with. And I can just deal with him on the next pass. And then I am going to need to pick up a tile from somewhere. I will pick up the tile that the lazy eye is on. No, I can't. I need to use that one to get back after killing the Minotaur. Where do I pick up any tiles? I might have to replace tiles. I think I'm going to have to replace tiles. So if that's the case, let's not worry about how long my what do you call is getting. And let's just go ahead and place some more tiles where they need to be. So, I need to place this. I need to dump this somewhere that I do not need to walk. Let's dump it here. Then I don't think I'm ever going to need this tile again, question mark. Let's hope I never need that tile again. I do need that tile again. Rats. Rats, I need like all these tiles. No, I see a tile I do not need. This tile. Let's prepare my final whatchadoodle. Then if I were to pick up this tile, walk this way, kill the mimic. Sorry, kill the Minotaur, go up here, pick up this tile. I could still walk around, place it, and come back around one more time. This might work. I think my shadows are too long, unfortunately. But this is definitely... Oh, I forgot to pick up the tile. Rats. What tile was I even picking up? It was this one. Rats. Okay, well now my shadow's definitely going to be too long, I'm sure. But yeah, if I pick up this tile, kill you, pick up this tile, take a long walk around again. If I had been 2 shorter... No, it would have had to have been 3 shorter. Then I would have been able to place a tile here. Oh, but then I still kind of needed this tile. I should have picked up this one at some point. Okay. I see the gist. Let me walk through the first bit again. You've already seen it. Since I'm going to need it at some point and it's out of the way otherwise, let's go ahead and grab this tile right now. And that timing actually lines up perfectly to do this. Very nice. We've only got 3 followers and we've gotten rid of most of the bad guys. So now I need to start building my bridge. And I need to get the lazy eye killed. I guess I can kill the lazy eye on this pass. Lazy eye is killed. Now I need to get back to bridge building, but I have a nice long... I'm picking up lots of followers each time around, though. That's bad. And which tile am I going to pick up next? I think it has to be this one. And I would be able to cycle around and get that. So let's go for that. So let's pick that up. Build over here. I'm out of tiles. I still need to pick up 2 more tiles. Where are they coming from? I mean, in theory, I could pick up this one and this one, but they're too difficult to get to with my shadows this long. And even if my shadows were shorter, that's a lot of, that's asking a lot. So we're close-ish. I guess this one is actually also gettable, but I'm out of space. Alright, well, let me try from close to there. Maybe the correct thing to do after that initial bit is to start peeling stuff out of here. I'm not sure if that's right, but it's something different that looks vaguely plausible. And I do definitely need to just move this tile, right? Yes, I absolutely have to move this tile to get to the exit. I'm convinced. Farewell, tile. I do need to kill the lazy eye, so let's work on that next while we still have the possibility of doing so. Great. This is looking better than last time. But I still have concerns. It would be nice to pick up another tile right there, but I'm already holding one. I don't want to go right because I would gain too many followers, and I still have enough space that I can do this. Then I can go back to the right and drop off one of the final 2 that I need. And so do I have an opportunity to pick up 1 more tile somewhere? Honestly, I don't know, and so I'm just taking a walk and we're going to see what happens. Yes! I do. I can do this. There we go. Done it. Great. Great! Okay. We are making progress. There were a few puzzles that took me over an hour, and now we've gone through in the last episode and this one, like, a number of rooms. And I'm feeling good. What is going on here? 10 statues. Block the Mon statues. However, there aren't Mon statues in the top or bottom rows. The exit is here in the middle. There is a lazy eye, who is kindly providing line of sight blockage from Mon, but so are the 10 statues, and if the lazy eye is there, then the 10 statues are still there, so they don't really matter. There's 3 Lev statues, so we can only pick up, put down. There are 2 rocks, which may or may not have anything interesting to say. We will find out in the year 3000. And I can't pick up any shadow followers because there's a tan statue on the exit. Also, there is a mimic who goes the same way as me up down, but different from me left to right. How does... Oh, mimic maybe. Yeah, mimic needs to be the last person to die, perhaps. And is going to do the work of pushing a rock onto a lazy eye. That seems plausible. Let's just start pressing some buttons and see what happens. There's pressure plates? Are you serious? Let's ignore the pressure plates for the moment, because that seems to make the room clearly impossible. And I think by now you all know how I feel about impossible rooms. Okay, so... I would like the Mimic to be in the same row as me? I think so. Mimic's in the same row as me. I gained a follower already. That was bad. Okay. Yeah, we're still ignoring the pressure plates because I don't understand how the room could possibly be solvable. We're going to kill the lazy eye with the rock. And then I need to find a way to kill the Mimic with a rightward move? Question mark? Whatever you say, video game. That seems plausible. If I go right, he goes left. I need to kill him moving to the left. Wow, okay. What? I am having a hard time visualizing how this room is going to work. And then, okay, since I already can't see it, let's think about the pressure plates a little bit. I guess the rocks have to come over and land on the pressure plates. So let's kind of ignore the rest of the room and try to get rocks on pressure plates. As ridiculous as that may sound. So, in order to get a rock on a pressure plate, I feel like I need to do something along those lines. I can't push this rock to the left because then it would be irretrievable. Gray can't get around. Gray might be able to get around this if the Mimic could get around too. But the Mimic can't get around too. That would just be ridiculous. If I do that, it has not helped me at all. I do need the Mimic to eventually die, because I need the Tan statue to go away. And what's up with this piece of glass? And also I can move a tile? I can move a tile. So maybe I want to bring a pressure plate to the rock rather than the rock to the pressure plate or something. Let's investigate that for a moment. Suppose, hypothetically, that I were me and wanted to move a pressure plate. How would I do such a thing? I would first have to break the glass, because otherwise there is nowhere to move anything to. You couldn't see the face I was making when I said that, but it was not pretty. Ugh. If I do that, does that help you get a head start to push the rock any farther? No, we're just still here. This room is all kinds of impossible. Okay, well, we had a few good rooms where it was easygoing, smooth sailing, and now that has ended. And that's fine. I like it when puzzle games have a pace like that. You have some difficult rooms, and then you get a little breather, feel good about yourself again, and they're like, okay, enough feeling good about yourself. Time to die. And that's where we are now. Okay, so there is a rock and a pressure plate. And the other rock is completely trapped. How would I ever... Oh, hold the phone. The other rock could still crush the lazy eye. And if the pressure plate were there, which I don't think it can be, but if it were, that'd be pretty cool. So let's just start moving some tiles around. I did not foresee that. Oh well. So I guess what I would want to do is... I can't move more than one tile, right. I can only move one tile. So I can move one of... What? What? I'm sorry, what? I stepped away from this puzzle for a few minutes, which is always a good strategy, and I came back with a couple of insights. The main one is the rocks could be line of sight blockers. So if one rock ended up here on top of a pressure plate, then I don't have to worry about that. I was thinking I was using the Mimic as a line of sight blocker at the end or something, but I could kill off the Mimic before then. So long as I can get to the exit. So the last kill, I'm not sure exactly how it would work, but I have some ideas in mind. It does start off similarly to what I was doing before. So it is helpful, to have the Mimic push this rock over a ways for me. But at this point, I think he's mostly done his job. And so I need to eventually get a pressure plate in the location where... This is not going to be right, but let's just kind of play with it for a second. So if I do this and kill the Mimic intentionally, put this rock on here, pick up this pressure plate, and put it here. I was kind of hoping the rock was going to end up there. The rock has ended up to the left of me. And also I have not killed the lazy eye. But imagine... I'm not sure what I want to imagine, but then... Yeah, how am I going to kill a final enemy from this position? I should not have killed the rock with my sword. I should have pushed the rock up here as the last move to kill the lazy eye that's up here. Yes, okay. So let's tweak it a little bit. It's still far from right, but it's getting closer. How... So previously I killed this guy and then moved up, and that's how I got the Mimic around, and I can't do that anymore. I could go right. Yeah, this is not awful, I think. So let's go right here. And that allows me to do what? Not sure. I could just get rid of the Mimic now? That doesn't seem good. Can the Mimic push it all the way across from the top? Well, that doesn't really help me. But I can do... something like this now? I never picked up a pressure plate, but imagine I had picked up a pressure plate. And then I put it to my north. That doesn't help me, though. Okay. Okay, let's pick up the pressure plate from the bottom. Here we go, here we go. So. Same idea as before. I want the Mimic to push a rock over a ways. But I also, I want to push it up against the... Okay, can Gray... This might work. No. I was hoping the Mimic could somehow push the rock to the north of me while I'm standing here, and then I could push the rock to the north onto the Lazy Eye, but that's not going to work. Oh! It did not occur to me. I was just kind of messing around. If my final kill is after I just stepped onto this shadow tile, we can make the tan statues go away, and I can keep playing. Right. So I didn't have the pressure plates held down, but okay. I do feel like that is the final move. So, Gray steps here, pushes a rock from here to here. Could be the final move. But if that's the case, where are the pressure plate? Like, there couldn't be a pressure plate there, and how are the two pressure plates being held down? Is there some other place where Gray can stand on a shadow tile and push during the final move? I do think it is the case that I want there to be a rock on a pressure plate here, because that would block line of sight after the tan statues are gone, and allow Gray, after making the final kill, to then walk to the exit safely. And I feel like the two pressure plates have to be held down by two rocks, because everything else is dead. And one of the rocks has to be in this row, so that Gray can get to the exit, which is why I think the pressure plate has to move there. So I feel pretty good about that. So that's my one move, is putting a pressure plate there. So, if there were already a rock on a pressure plate there, and the rock needs to stay on the pressure plate there, where else could Gray make a final push, possibly while standing on a shadow tile? Like, she could be standing here and push a rock from here onto here, which would be onto a pressure plate, which is nice, but then there isn't... Oh, there's no Mon statues in these upper and lower rows. So that actually could be a safe move as well, if the line of sight were blocked here and here. So like the two rocks could be in rows 3 and 4. Gray could make the final push to the... Well, I just was saying final push. Can Gray make a final sword kill from standing on a shadow tile? I don't think so. The Mimic cannot kill a Lazy Eye unless they push a rock onto it. Or the Mimic could be the final kill by Gray moving in such a way that the Mimic ends up on this tile. That's also a possibility. Okay, but in any case, I've opened up some new... I'm trying to picture, like, you know, 1 or 2 moves before the game is won on this floor, and it's very hard for me to picture what the final state could look like. So, for example, this was easy to set up. Then from here, I'm going to lose my line of sight blocker, though. I was thinking there's a rock in the 4th row, but I'm about to push it in order to kill these guys. Rats. Okay, so this is just what I just did again. So I need to... Can I get both rocks into the 4th row? Let me fool with that. This is actually pretty good. I've got rocks in the 3rd and 4th row, and I could make a final kill. Okay, so I would have to get this guy killed already, and then also find a way to dispose of the Mimic. Hello, Mimic. How would you like to be dead? That sounds great. That's apparently the Mimic's voice. There we go. Mimic dead. Okay, now we're starting to cook. I have line of sight blockers. I am capable of moving around somewhat. I never picked up any thingies, but if I had picked up a pressure plate, I could stick it down here and then, like, walk across it, and then walk across the other one and possibly win? Maybe? Maybe. Also, there's even more of them over here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That seemed pretty good. So the difference is I need to pick up that pressure plate before I do whatever crazy stuff I was doing at the end. And so I started it the same way, basically by pushing that rock over there. I also pushed this rock over here, and then I found a way to get this rock back. So how did I do that? I think it was as simple as this. Yeah, and now I need to pick up a pressure plate and the Mimic needs to die. I have picked up a pressure plate, great. Mimic dying can be arranged, I'm sure. There we go. Mimic dead. 10 statues are gone. Pressure plate does eventually want to be here. And now I want to accumulate as many followers as I can, I think. Which I think involves moving the pressure plates, or moving the what he calls like that. And then I think I can do this. Oh, I've run out of space. But if I hadn't run out of space and I went like down, down, right, right, up, up, right, I would need how many with... Okay, so there's a pressure plate here. I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 followers behind me at the exit. And I managed to get up to 7 followers doing this somewhat naively. So this seems at least plausible. If I go up here, I end up getting turned to gold. So let's do basically exactly the same thing. And then try to do just the ending bit different? Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking right now. So, Gray pushes this back over here, then the Mimic comes back over here, pushes the rock down, Mimic goes in this column, Gray kills this one, Gray picks up a pressure plate from the north, because Gray won't be able to get back to the north. Gray kills the Mimic. Gray gets rid of the statues, and now we play even more carefully. Is there a particular order? I want to get both rocks pressed to the left without picking up that many followers yet. Okay, I've done that bit. Now, I said I was going to need 9 followers, I think. So what is a path that would get me 9 followers and a way out? Presumably it would go around this way. So currently I have 4, but there's going to be 2 more coming, so it's almost like I have 6. And then this would be 7, 8, 9. That seems pretty good. So then if I did this, and then just try to walk over the pressure plate and the exit, I think I got it! I got it! Yes! Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay, that was great. Okay, well, it looks like next time we'll be picking up at E45. I'm going to say I hope, as always, that you all are having a terrific day, And I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger. For now, bye-bye.